So if that looks like something you might be interested in, keep watching. You.
Hey, so what's up, guys? Thanks for checking out BeachBumLivin. All right, so I had this problem. I needed to come up with some kind of solution. I have this spot that's right behind the chair that I sit in that tends to accumulate all my junk, whether it was my laptop, book bag, power cords, headphones, you name it. I tend to put it right there just so I can grab it quickly and then I can sit down. All right, so I've had this little end table thing for quite some time. I don't remember where I actually got it. I've held on to it for some reason and just have never done anything with it. I've never really liked it. I just thought it might be a good finishing project because it has this like ugly kind of red stain that is really just looking aged. But even as is, it's not gonna work for what I want to accomplish because it's all open. So even if I put all my stuff, you can still see it. That's what I don't want to happen. Cover the sides so that when I put stuff in there and you look at it and everything's out of the way.
So I just finished sanding everything. Now I'm gonna go through my scrap bin. I'm looking for just pieces that I can come up with some ideas on how I'm gonna do the side panels to cover those sides like I mentioned. So I found a couple pieces I'm gonna try out. That's definitely gonna be good for the back. And then over on my longer pieces, I have some old fence panels I'm gonna try to use. Now I just need to get my table saw set up, and I'm loving this setup. It's so handy and convenient and simple. I did decide to use the old fence panels as the wood for the sides. Now I'm just trying to decide on what's the width that I want each strip that I'm about to cut. Now that I have all the strips cut, now I just need to cut them all down into the appropriate thickness to fit onto the side. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete. Now I'm just getting the width for the strips I need to cut, and I was hoping they were all going to be the same. So I'm setting up a stop block here, and I was just going to bang out all the ones for the side. But what I ended up finding out was once I got down to about the fourth one, the legs actually started to taper out. So I was having to figure out, right here you can see how they were all level and then they start to taper out. So the actual sizes weren't fitting, so I had to kind of angle them. I tried using the hand sander at first, that didn't really work. Table saw next, that was a pain. Finally got out this thing. This thing is called an oscillating edge belt spindle sander. Yeah, I just had to look it up because if I don't and I call it a thing, I've called something a thing before in one of my videos and I still get comments about that shit. And it was working great. So I just started getting to a little flow and started banging them out and they started fitting perfectly. I'm using MDF as a backer here. There was really no good way to attach all these strips, so this just made it really simple. I almost messed up right here because I was about to glue all of them to the panel and I had forgot the top two go directly onto the table, so luckily I caught that. While the side panels dried, I wanted to add a piece here to the front, but as you can see there's a general curve and my board wasn't fitting around it. So to overcome that, I wanted to cut some slits into the back of this, and first one, boom, messed up. I don't know how that happened because I know I set the height right, but oh well. So I adjusted that and just continued on cutting slits so that my board could eventually bend a little bit. I wasn't too worried about that mess up because it's already old looking wood and I was just going to fix that, as you can see right here. I just put a little bit of wood putty. I put tape down first so it had some backing, and it should be coming out pretty smooth here. Once I got everything glued up, yeah, no big deal. The side panels were ready and it was time to cut them out. Now with the back on, now I have my nice little enclosed compartment like I had envisioned. So I'm almost done, but now I need to add some sort of finish to bring everything together. I'm gonna be using a few different colors of stain, and Rust-Oleum has a really good line that has these natural looking colors like mineral green, weathered gray, driftwood, and I'm gonna use keratin as the darker underlayer. But here I'm just painting the inside. I'm just using regular acrylic paint just to coat the inside and the back. So I'm starting here on the top, and this is really similar to that layering stain video that I had done, with the difference being on this project I can see the existing wood grain, and I'm just kind of accenting that by using the dark colors and going on the same direction where the wood grain's going. And the whole, I guess, technique to this is to layer from darker to lighter, so you can, even though this kind of goes on crappy looking when you're doing it, it's like, whoa, that doesn't look natural at all, but as you layer it, and here I'm just doing a light little sanding to kind of blend some of the darker splotches, and then as I'm layering the lighter colors, it starts looking a little more natural. I don't show it, but I use the same technique on the rest of the piece, and of course the logo on the back, BeachBumLivin. Oh yeah, what's up? I'm using polyacrylic for the inside shelf just to protect it, and then for everything on the outside I'm using clear wax. I just really like the way the wax looks. It goes on really easy. You can just splotch it on everywhere. You just let it dry for a little bit, and then you just go back with a soft little rag and just buff it out, and it gives it a nice little sheen to it.
Hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, it was just quick and easy project. It had a few steps to it, but none of it was all that difficult. I guess the point was just to show you how you can have a need within your home and already have the solution. Like I did, I had that thing sitting around for I don't know how long. It seemed like forever, and I was just about to get rid of it. And I found a place where I could use it, but it needed to be modified. So it took getting a little bit creative, coming up with an idea of how it could, I could change it and it would work within my home. And it wasn't that difficult. You saw, I just added sides to it, gave it a different color, and boom, now it'll, work within my living room. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video or this project. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and maybe share it on social media. That always helps me out a lot. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I'm probably more active on Instagram. I don't particularly like Facebook, but I still use it. I guess until next time, I appreciate you guys watching. See you later. Oh man, I can't get out what I want to say. This video's been running for 10 minutes and I can't get it out what I want to exactly say.